Here we have a SAT math question. Okay, let's go with the information. Y equals to x square negative 14x positive 22. The given equation relates the variables x and y. For what value of x does the value of y reach its minimum? So we have to find the value of x for which y reaches its minimum. Actually, we have a quadratic function and it is in the form of y equals to ax square positive bx positive c. Whenever we have a quadratic function in this form, that is y equals to ax square positive bx positive c, its graph will be a parabola, vertical parabola, and the parabola may open up or the parabola may open down. So it depends on the sign of the leading coefficient, that is the coefficient of x square. Here it is a. If a is positive, that is greater than 0, then the parabola must open up. If the leading coefficient a is less than 0, that is negative, then the parabola must open down. Okay, now when the parabola opens up, we'll have a minimum point for this quadratic function. The minimum point is nothing but the vertex of the parabola. So let's say the minimum vertex of the parabola is h comma k, and the vertex is a minimum point. In case the parabola opens down, we'll have a maximum point that will be at the vertex. Okay, now I just consider the first case only here. So let's say that a is greater than 0 and the parabola opens up, and the vertex h comma k is the minimum point of this parabola. So we say this is a minimum point because it is at the bottom of the graph. Okay, here this is the minimum point, and this k, I mean the y coordinate of the vertex over here refers to the minimum value of y. But we have to find the value of x for which y reaches its minimum. So here h is a corresponding x coordinate for which the y coordinate is minimum. So in this case, we have to find the value of the x coordinate. So when you get the value of the x coordinate, that's the value of x for which y reaches its minimum. So we don't need the minimum value of y. We just need the value of x for which y reaches its minimum. So since it's a quadratic function, the value of y and also its graph will be an opened upward parabola. Y will reaches its minimum value at the vertex. So we have to find the corresponding x coordinate. Okay, there is a formula to find the corresponding x coordinate, that is x equals to negative b over 2a. So here, what's the value of b, what's the value of a? We can compare the given quadratic function with y is equal to x square positive x positive c. When you do such comparison, I'm getting a is equal to 1 and b is equal to the coefficient of x, which is negative 14, and the value of c is 22. Okay, now what we can do is we can plug in the values for b and a over here. The value of b is negative 14. Over 2 times the value of a is 1. So then I'm getting x equals to negative times negative will become positive. 14 over 2 times 1 is 2. 14 over 2 is equal to x equals to 7 I'm getting. So now I got the x coordinate at the vertex over here. So the x coordinate at the vertex over here is, let me write it over here. The x coordinate at the vertex over here is 7. So when x is equal to 7, y reaches its minimum, but it's not required. So because our aim is to find the value of x for which y is minimum. So when x is equal to 7, the y is minimum. The correct answer for this question is 7.